Good Monday morning. It's Monday. The weekend was long, but we are one step closer to spring.
Yay, yay, yay. Good morning. It is Monday morning, last Monday of February 2025,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. March
That's
1st
crazy.
is this weekend.
Yeah, March 1st is this weekend, which is a big weekend
Mm-hmm.
for my little island with barefoot Mardi Gras kicking in.
Ooh.
And if you're listening and you don't know what it's about, I urge you to go and find out. It's about barefoot. It's called do a Google search of barefoot Mardi Gras North Padre Island, and you will get all the details you want to get. Mikayla will be there, right?
I will
I
smack
will be
dab
there
early in the morning, which I'm struggling after being up early every
every
day this
day.
weekend.
Yeah, most people, we'll talk about it later, but most people get there pretty early for setup,
hmm
but also to line up, and they're expecting over 15,000 people.
Yeah. And I already texted our group because we're going with the Tritons. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, we are gonna be there early because last year, anyone who doesn't know, we did it with the Tritons. But we partnered with I guess we technically partnered with Casa. Um,
That's correct.
we didn't
Hmm.
have a flag or a float, but we had, one of our players, our thin head coach, me, Melina. We went and did the walk. And
This year
we
it's a longer walk. You know this, right? Yes,
no.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is. They reversed it. They will be going the opposite way that they went last year. This is the first time they're ever doing it. They're starting near Bob Hall Pier and walking all the way towards the jetties. So they've added a mile and a half
You
on the.
absolutely kidding me. I'm
No,
gonna
ma'am.
cry. I'm about to ride the golf cart with Anderson. I'll be like, oh, y'all can walk.
Yeah, so I'm super, super excited. And because they've expanded it, we're really excited about I work with the Pottery Island Business Association
hmm
as a volunteer with the ambassadors, and they are expecting a bigger crowd because they lengthen. So that means that if you ordered
Beads.
beads, or if you got beads, you're going to need more beads because the thing has extended by a mile and a half. So I'm super
Um,
excited about that. I will be out there. The plan is to be out there. I have to be out there between 6:30 and 7. I'm not real
I am
happy.
literally texting my assistant right now.
Yes. So it has been
Uh,
reversed. It's supposed to be 70 though.
I
It
know,
is
I'm so excited.
It's supposed to be warm. I definitely, if you're listening, we don't usually start off like this, but since we are, I'll just throw it out there. Dress in layers so that you can take off um, and be comfortable, especially if you're in the parade. If you're not in the parade and you're just a parade goer and watcher, make sure you layer up, bring chairs, bring the party starts
At
when
like
the
4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
actually know people that go and set up 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And it's amazing. So I'm super, super excited. I think we're gonna have a bigger turnout this year. So I'm super excited for the parade
I'm
on Saturday.
I am excited because out of our organization, I'm the only one that did it last year that's still there. I mean, obviously, like you're there with the Pride Business Association. We did it last year together. But
Right.
our group that's going, only one there. So I'm excited to see how our players and our cheer team and our coaches and our ownership all deal with it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
it's exciting, but I also want to encourage if you're coming out to dress for Mardi Gras. It's truly a
Yes.
Mardi Gras party. It is the works, and it's supposed to
Yeah.
be a beautiful day. Some years it has not been beautiful. Some days it's been really cold, some years it's been rainy,
Yeah.
and this year it's supposed to be nice. So fingers
I
crossed.
hope that it's gonna be nice because we've had a bout of cold weather here in Corpus and it has
Oh,
been rough,
yeah, it's
but
really frustrating, the weather here in Corpus because it's like Mother Nature is going through menopause. She's hot
no,
one day, the next day
literally. Like
she's freezing.
this morning, I was freezing when I went to work because I had to go work the tournament this morning. I
Right.
went to do groceries at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and it was like 70. And I was like, hello?
That is funny. That is funny. Well,
Um,
I don't have any football.
no, it's
There
kind
is a
of,
story that just broke, and I don't know all the details. And some people may go and Google it after I announce it. But there is an NFL player, former NFL player, that got caught cheating with another football player's spouse,
the
and this
tea.
player, no, seriously, Google it, Mikayla. Seriously, he has aired all the receipts. The wife and the Sancho
Sancho,
were sharing really, really, really
dirty pics.
nasty and very private. This is so girl talk right now. They were very private messages, and when they did, girl, I know what the guy is trying to do. He's trying to out and embarrass this other, but it's like the way your wife is talking to this man, I think it says more about you because you're flipping out, posting everything, and she's saying things that she may not have said to you. So airing it out, it's horrible. I feel so bad for everybody involved
Oh my
because
God.
it is horrible, dirty laundry.
That is
It's
insane.
bad. It's so bad. But
Um,
and evidently the guy called him, knew he was married, called him and said, "You knew I was married." And the guy was just like, "Man, I'm sorry." Like, what? I
that's
mean,
crazy.
yeah, it was bad. It was
Ugh,
bad. So,
dang. Uh,
goes to show, gotta be
hmm
careful. Gotta be careful, y'all. Gotta be careful. Okay, hockey.
Hockey.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, hockey. We first of all, we have a lot to talk about. Because the Four Nations are over, and we're gonna circle back to that. Um, but that means we have roughly 25 to 26 games left in the regular season, which means teams are going hard for playoff positions. Like this is the time from now until beginning middle of April. This is
mm-hmm,
going to determine who is going to be those seats in the playoffs. So it gets harder, it gets rougher. You'll see a lot of players who maybe have been working, who playing injured, taking essentially a rest now. So if their team does make it to the playoffs, they are ready to
mm-hmm.
go first round. Um, but it is very exciting, and we are gonna look at to the who currently the standings are for the playoffs. If the playoffs started today, basically. But Four Nations, it was okay. Yes, USA lost. If no one,
No, it wasn't even that. It was, I hated to see it
yeah.
because this is that was the result of the whole encounter of the games was the
hmm
result of something else, right? That
hmm
fueled it. And I watched videos of players and their parliament and all of that making
hmm
comments about it. And
hmm
it was really embarrassing. I mean, it really was. And we didn't deserve it, but you go pick a fight or you're a bully and you talk trash and you're supposed to be respected, you kind of get what you get and you don't throw a fit. And I mean, I don't think they should have bought body parts into it and things like that. Like they were pretty, raw on it, but it's one of those things that the game was so much more than about the game.
Oh, 100%. And from like you can tell, first of all, it had 9.3 million viewers, the final game on Thursday,
Right.
which is huge
It's
number
huge.
wise. It was more than just hockey fans. It was every sport fan was watching that game because this is the type of hockey that we have been missing.
Yeah.
Like, n full stop. Like, that's what we need. And hopefully the NHL notices that and other organizations notice that too. Sorry, my dog is running around going crazy. She got the zoomies. Um, and it's exciting to see because this has just brought a whole new level of play um, to the game.
Right.
And it is crazy to see. But yeah, so USA ended up losing to Canada, which half of me knew this was probably going to happen. Um,
It just sucked because I know that we used to be the best of friends. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
but it's like one friend just keeps jabbing, and so the other one was like, you know what? It is what it is, and it's embarrassing for me, and it makes me sad because we shouldn't be looked at that way.
yeah. Well, besides even that, like it was a good game. It wasn't a
Hmm.
one-sided game. It wasn't, oh, Canada, blew the
Right.
US out of the water. No, it was a fight until the very, very
Very
end.
end.
And that just
Hmm.
makes me, the outcome was not what I wanted, but it definitely, especially when going into overtime, whew,
Hmm.
beautiful. Even if I don't particularly care for Connor McDavid, he did have a great opening, and the USA definitely dropped the ball when they left him wide open. But it is the nature of the game. We'll see if Four Nations Faceoff comes back next year, or if we're going to be back to the All-Star Weekend, which personally I think this round robin of tournaments it should stay. And the Weekend should maybe become maybe every 4 year thing. Um, but
Well, it definitely got viewership in, and
yeah,
those that are not
yeah.
hockey watchers on the norm.
Hmm.
Now, part of that, again, I think some of that increase is because of what was going on behind the scenes, so people wanted to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
But take that away from it, I still think it would have been a highly
Oh,
watched
100%.
um,
Um,
game, and
100%.
I liked it. I mean, me personally.
Yeah. And I like hearing about it because I have friends who aren't into hockey, who don't
Hmm.
watch it, who texted me like, "Oh my God, I saw the USA Canada game and da 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 da." And I was like, "This is what I've been saying. Like, this isn't like a oh my God, this new thing for me. Like, this has been my passion and my love for, so long that I'm happy that other people are finally getting to understand how great of a sport hockey is."
So,
But
how about we get a girls' hockey team here?
um,
Would that
I
be a
would love
minor
that.
league, not a major league, obviously, but a
Yeah, like
minor
the ice rays. I would love that. I don't think there are enough girls in Corpus
or
to
surrounding?
or
Yeah.
surrounding areas that like it because we Texas is a hockey market in the northern part of the state, but here
Mhm.
down south it is very hard. I will admit to that. But that being said, PWHL will announce an expansion here in the next couple weeks, about 4 to 6 weeks away is the PWHL expansion news. So anxious to see what area is joining this women's league. Uh,
Right.
so we'll keep an eye on that. But back to playoff hockey because again, it's a great time. Even if you aren't a fan of hockey, I think that's a really good time to jump on the bandwagon. Just because if you like the Four Nations face-off tournament round robin style, playoff
Hmm.
hockey is almost the exact same thing. Um, but so the playoff format is the top three teams in each division
Hmm.
make up the 12 teams, and then you have four wild card teams after that from each conference. So you have an Eastern, oh my God, an Eastern, oh my God. Eastern and Western are your conferences, and then in your divisions, you have your Atlantic, your Metropolitan, your Central, and your Pacific. So I'm just gonna give the top three teams that if playoffs started today, these would be your Stanley Cup playoff teams. So in the Atlantic is Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Tampa Bay Lightning. In the Metro division, it is the Washington Capitals, Carolina Hurricanes, and the New Jersey Devils. Central is the stinking Winnipeg Jets, which after seeing Connor Hellebuck, who was the USA goalie, who was also the goalie for the Winnipeg Jets, it makes sense why they're having such a great season because he's a fantastic goalie.
Right.
Um, Dallas Stars and then Minnesota Wild round out your Central Division top three, and then the Pacific you have the Vegas Golden Knights, Edmonton Oilers, and the Los Angeles Kings. So if playoffs started right now, those would be your 12 teams that would start it, and then your wild card slots. from the East would be
Hmm.
Detroit Red Wings and the Ottawa Senators, and then from the West, it would be the Colorado Avalanche and the Vancouver Canucks. Um, so definitely a very wide range of players and teams and skill levels in that kind of playoff format.
Right.
Um, but now we will start seeing teams lock in those playoff berth spots. Um, and so it's exciting to see. Can you hear my dog growling?
Yes.
Yeah, she's like has a toy by my foot and she's like, "Come on, like throw it." Like I don't know what you're doing. You're not even paying attention to me, Mom. But then she walks it away from me so I can't reach it. And then one final thing to round out my hockey talk that I could sit here for hours and talk to you about. Um, Leon Bichel, talked about him recently, last couple of times
Hmm.
actually. Dallas Stars. Um, he gone went into the break playing at the NHL level with the Stars. They sent him down for like a couple days to the AHL Texas Stars during that 2 week break because obviously Stars weren't playing, so they want him to keep getting those reps in playing. They ended up calling him back up to the Stars because they had an injury um, to one of the players. So now he is back on the Stars teams. He played this weekend, had a massive hit. The Devils and Stars played each other, by the way, this past weekend, and it was rough. But also, I was very excited that I could actually watch it because this is the first time that I've been able to watch my teams go head to head with Victory
Mm.
Plus. So thank you, Victory Plus, for existing this season. Um,
I think they really come out ahead. Victory Plus
they have.
has.
They
I
really, really
really,
have. It's
yeah,
gonna be
because
really
you're an
exciting.
avid
Oh yeah.
watcher, but there are people that purchased it and they don't watch every single, like they don't have the ability to
Well,
because
no,
they're
Victory
busy.
Plus is free.
Oh, I thought there was an app that you had to purchase. Oh,
It's a
wow.
free app that streams your Stars, your Anaheim. They have partnered with, I want to say some basketball teams and some baseball teams as well for the upcoming
Nice.
seasons. So
Nice.
I'm hoping that they don't end up charging people, but knowing how much it's grown and how well it's doing, they probably will.
Well,
Um,
right.
but that would be an app that I would pay for, honestly, because I could watch the Stars, which is something that I've been not been able to do the past couple of years.
Right.
Um, Anyway, back off my rant from Victory Plus and how great of an app it is. Bichel, beautiful hit against New Jersey on Friday night.
Hmm.
Um I lied. Saturday night. They played Saturday night. They didn't play Friday night. Um and it's gonna be really interesting to see because we have such a short time left until playoffs. Is this gonna be a permanent placement for him? Which is what we
Right.
start seeing for from the Texas Stars, which is the Dallas Stars AHL team, is that NHL will pull up their AHL stars closer to playoffs so they can have
Hmm.
their, main roster kind of take a break as they get ready for playoffs. Um, but this is the same thing that happened with Stankoven and Harley, last year and the year before, is they
Hmm.
brought these players up close to the time, and they absolutely knocked it out of the park, in the playoff run. So
Right.
Bichel has been knocking him out since he stepped foot on this NHL ice. Uh, so I think we're gonna see a permanent placement on the roster. Maybe not by the end of this season, but I think for sure going into next season, he's going to be a permanent placement on that Dallas Stars roster.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh, Dallas Stars. You know I'm always going to be a fan of the Dallas Stars.
I mean, I can talk to them all the live long day about them. Not,
Yep.
I mean, I could talk to them all the live long day, but I could talk about them all the live long day. Um,
That's funny.
but real quick, because we will ramble and ramble, we're going to take a really short break. And following that break, we are actually announcing something really, really exciting with two very, very special guests. Um, and it just makes me happy and giddy because I get to mix two of my favorite things. Um, but we will be right back. Want to know what's going on in Corpus Christi? Make sure you check out cceventscalendar.com. That holds all of the events going on for the entire month. New are added daily. And again, that is cceventscalendar.com. And we are back. Okay, so I wait for
So,
our
what is the big news? What is the big news that you're coming with?
while we
So,
wait for our special guest to hop
yes,
on and get with us. So obviously, anyone who's been listening, I work for the Tritons. Melina worked for the Tritons last season. Um, we are excited
that's
because
how we met.
it's how we
Was the
met.
Tritons?
Uh, we love sports. We love talking about sports, and we love our coaches so much that it almost seemed perfect to create a coaches show slash segment with our Triton coaches. So that is coming up this season. It will be produced and hosted by us, so Girl Talk Sports Talk,
Girl
um,
talk, sports talk, keeping women in the sport
which is exciting in itself because obviously we are two women
that love
in
sport.
a male dominant
Mhm.
sports team. I lost my blank thought right there.
Train of thought. What
Um,
uh the cool thing is I think that and we'll talk more about it when they call, but the segment, I love the segment that they want is it's going to be called our Hustle and Huddle. Um what's
wait,
that? Pete?
no, I think it's the other way.
Huddle and Hustle?
Yeah.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh well, they'll tell us.
I like made the logo and everything, and I
It's Huddle and Hustle. It's Huddle and Hustle. And isn't there something about a player or something like that? I guess we'll let them explain it all. But
yeah, no, they would
okay, so what's
definitely
happening with the Tritons right now? Just the basics right now. Isn't there something coming up this weekend or something?
yes. So excited because we are officially 2 weeks away from our first home opener. Well, our home opener, our first home game, which is it's really exciting. It means we are in the nitty-gritty. We are currently in training camp right now, which is why the coaches are taking a little bit longer because they're finishing up practice and everything. But Sunday, March 2nd, well, March 1st, you'll see us in Barefoot Mardi Gras. So say hi, take pictures. We'll have some of the players, we'll have our coaches, we'll have our dance team out. But March 2nd is super exciting because we are hosting a pre-season pep rally for our community in the Coastal Bend because we love our community. And we know last season our players really, really loved our community. And thankfully we have some returning players and obviously returning coaches that are now part of our community. And so we thought, what better way for the community, I said that a lot in the last couple of sentences, to meet their arena team than by hosting a pep rally meet and greet. And we are also will be announcing our final roster that day. So
So
basically, you're
public
gonna
is going
meet.
to be privy
Mhm.
to people finding out on that day if they made the team. Is that correct? Is that my understanding?
I am not too sure if the coaches are going to let them know before or if they're going to show up and be like, "Oh, look, we made the team." But
Oh, okay.
to our the people that come,
To
that
the
will be
public.
their to the public, that'll be their announcement. Hey, like, here is your team. Like,
Now
come meet them.
I heard a little birdie say there might be free tickets given out.
Yes. So
Is
it's
there a limit? Is it a certain number, 100 tickets? What's
so we will have 200 vouchers to be given out to all of the kids that come. So basically what the voucher is you get one free child's ticket with the purchase of one adult ticket. So we will be handing those out to the first 200 people that come to the pep rally. Um, there it is
first 200 children, one
first
ticket per
200
child,
children.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Adults have to purchase their own. Okay.
Yes, and it's also really, really fun because we are hosting, well, I say we are hosting. The YMCA is so kind and they have been a huge supporter of our team since the beginning. They are
Mhm.
hosting it at their facility on Upper Broadway.
Yes.
Um,
It's at the YMCA over off of Upper
Broadway.
Broadway. It's doors. I think you said we're going to open at 2:30.
Doors are going to open at 2:30. We'll have a player announcement until th at 3, and then it'll be a meet and greet, hangout, speak to kind of everybody that's a part of this organization, from our ownership to our front office staff to our coaches to our players. Um,
And
but
it's supposed to
yeah,
be a nice day Sunday
it
too, right?
is.
Isn't
Yes, it's
that
supposed to be
spring
a
break
beautiful
or is
day.
that getting into?
That's the week before spring break.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a good time to kick off. We're kicking off March. We're kicking off our 2025 season, kicking off spring break. Um, we're just really excited, and it's a really, really, I think, special way for us to give back to the community because, at the end of our games, there is an autograph, like, come meet the players on the
Mhm.
field, which is such a cool experience, in my opinion. Um, but there's a time limit to that,
Yeah.
and it's very short, like everybody's vying for that player's attention. So in this pep rally party meet and greet, we're expanding that time. So we'll be there for a little longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think
Um,
what the doors open at 2:30 and the players you said are at 3
mhm.
and three
And
to
then
five, I think something like that.
3 to 5, yeah. So there's gonna
Good.
be about a 2 hour window that y'all get to just come and chat with
Interact.
us.
Yep, come hang out. Hopefully your child is one of the first 200. I think it's awesome.
Hmm.
An old school pep rally is a great idea in my opinion, and
Yeah, and
having fun and
football and
cheering.
pep rally just goes together.
Is the cheerleaders
Yes,
are the
our
sirens going to be?
Sirens dance team will be at the pep rally as well because you can't have a pep rally without our wonderful dance team and cheerleaders.
So you bring
So
your little girls to come out and
mhm,
see the cheerleaders. Um, never know who's going to show up or who might be there, but please join them at the YMCA. That'll be a good time.
yes.
Um,
Um,
okay, what else? Tickets,
so
they can still get tickets, right? I mean,
yes,
there's
tickets are still available at Ticketmaster or at the American Bank Center box office. We did have a schedule change. So we will actually be playing Nashville 2 times, Selena Liberty 2 times, and then Albany Firebirds 1 time. All home. Obviously, we'll play them away as well. But what's really, really cool about the Firebirds?
what?
One of our players from last year is on that team.
Oh, wow.
So
Who's that player?
Maxwell.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be nice to
Talented.
see them go up against each other. We actually quite a few players on teams in the AF1.
Throughout. Okay.
So it's gonna be really exciting to see, these guys who were brothers last year go up against them this year.
Ooh.
So, but yes, tickets are available, Ticketmaster or box office. We have 5 home games as mentioned. And then we will have themes for each home game. So our May 10th, our home opener is going to be kicking off spring break.
March
So
10th. March 10th. You
what did
said
I
May
say?
10th.
I'm so sorry. March 10th,
March 10th.
kicking off spring break. So we are going to be doing a beach theme game.
Kick off
Yep.
to spring break.
Yes. So and that's also what's really cool about all this, getting to form this coaches show with our coaches. There's gonna be a lot of different things going on with the coaches show that I think people are really, really gonna like.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes. Yes. Okay, so the first game is March 10th. When's the
mhm.
second home game?
March 16th. So we are playing back to backs essentially.
Ooh, that's
We
twice
play
in a week.
Monday and then we play Sunday. And then we travel the next week and then we're back home on the 28th and then we travel and then we have one game in April, April 19th, and then we are away until June 1st.
Yeah, May is really hard for
Hmm.
y'all. Really, really hard for y'all with everything going on here. Well, hopefully, I'm excited about going to the games and watching them. I mean, I know I'll probably be stressing you out from
I'm gonna make sure my phone's on Do Not Disturb just for you.
but good. I'm glad. I'm glad to see that the team is the players. I think the players once they get to interact, it's been a shorter training season for y'all, so I know that
Yeah,
they
we have
haven't.
a shortened training camp.
a very short one, but that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. So I'm excited about Huddle and Hustle. Um, I think that the Tritons made a great choice in our head coach that's
Hmm.
coming back. So that's a good thing. But okay, today in sports, what's going on there?
Yes. Okay. So today in sports, I feel like it was only appropriate that back in 1952, Canada wins its sixth Olympic ice hockey title courtesy of a final round 3-3 tie with the US at the Oslo Winter Games.
Yeah, that Canada word just keeps coming back. Just
Ugh.
keeps coming back. I have to throw this in before we go. Um, Ladies, I don't know if you're on TikTok or if you're not. That is like my candy of choice. But man, I've been still following this P. Diddy thing. Mikayla, oh my gosh. His lawyer quit. His trial is May 5th. His top lawyer has quit, saying that he could, under no circumstances, continue. This lawyer is the same lawyer who defended Osama bin Laden. So if this lawyer defended Osama bin Laden, but says I cannot,
Defend
been
P. Diddy. That tells you something.
bad. I fall into that rabbit hole so far, and I'm just like, I just feel like it's going to be a part of 2025. Like it's just going to be,
Yeah, it's just gonna be one of those things that
it's
rolls
going to,
over through the
because we're
years.
already less than 60 days. This week will be 60 days, and look at all of the changes. We don't even have
Yeah.
a post office right now, I guess. I don't even know. But yeah, 60 days. So I think that this, he did it on a whim too, but
Hmm.
telling you.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on, hold
Well,
on,
I
hold on,
know
hold on.
that we'll be
Hold on,
back.
hold on. I gotta let me talking.
All right. Well, I guess that's all I got, honestly, until we do our huddle and hustle with the guys. We're gonna
Yes.
um
So coming up here shortly, we will have our head coach and another special guest with him to talk about Tritons, Huddle and Hustle, and all the fun stuff that's coming up this season.
all right.
All right, so then this is Mikayla.
This is Melina.
Remember, sports are for girls too.
Have a great day. Whoop, whoop. Are you looking to grow your business and increase your brand visibility? Become a sponsor with the Girl Talk Sports Talk podcast. Our sponsorship opportunities offer you a unique chance to connect with our dedicated fan base and community. Let us help you elevate your business name and reach new heights. Contact Melina or Mikayla today to learn more about how you can get involved and make a lasting impact. Join us and watch your business thrive.